Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back. And I just wanted to come and just run my mouth for a quick second and talk about Wendy Williams and Blac Chyna. Um, so there was a clip that's been released um, to promote Wendy Williams' new documentary that is coming on, I think, this weekend. I don't know how many parts the documentary is. I think it's two. I don't know. But the first part or either the full documentary comes on this weekend. I think Saturday. And I didn't watch the clip at first because I just knew it was going to make me sad. And girl, I was right. I know myself. Okay. It did make me sad. It pulled at my heartstrings. I was like, this is really, really sad. Like, really, really, really sad. Um, I just think this, and I'm not playing the clip. I'm not playing the audio. Girl, I got freaked out last night because I received an email from the people talking about a copyright issue from a video that I did. Let me tell y'all something. This was a video that I did. I can tell you when it was. Remember the TV show with Viola Davis? I don't want to say the last word, but the show with Viola Davis on ABC, it was called How to Get Away With. Okay? That show. The title of the video was How to Get Away With the M Word, series finale. I was talking about Future and somebody else, and Blueface and his baby mama. And I played the video. It was like a video from Instagram. I played the video of, I think, the baby mama Jada was beating on, like, I think she was beating on a door or something. I can't remember, child. Um Anyways, they copyrighted that video from that long ago. I didn't think that, I thought I was okay, but clearly I wasn't. So, anyways, girl, I'm not playing on audio. I'm not playing on video today. So I'll put the link to the article. So if you haven't seen the clip of Blac Chyna and Wendy Williams, feel free to click on the link in the description box and you can watch away and listen away. This is what I have to say. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a specialist. I don't know anything about dementia. I've never, I don't know anyone who's ever experienced it. Um, I don't want to put the blame on Kevin because I don't think that's fair. I don't think it's fair to say, oh, girl, Wendy got dementia because of Kevin. No. Okay. But a part of me feels like Wendy already having health issues. And then when you take into account that she, you know, her heart was broken due to the demise of her marriage, I think that also played in a decline pertaining to her health. Um, I was Googling, like, does alcoholism and or drugs play a part in dementia? And this is what came up. And I don't know if this is true or not. So if you are someone who has the range or the expertise to speak about this, please let us know in the comment section if you're a doctor, a specialist, or whatever. Can drugs and alcohol cause dementia? It says addiction and alcoholism are often caused, at least in part, by underlying emotional disorders such as bipolar, mania, depression, and schizophrenia. These conditions are naturally exacerbated by drug and alcohol abuse and may progress to the point of dementia. So I wouldn't think that it's too far fetched to think that with Wendy already having health issues, right? I think she had lupus, right? It was some Graves. I think it was Graves' disease. So she was already having health issues, and then when you add in the stress and the heartbreak of her, from her marriage, and then the alcoholism, right? All of that stuff, it can't be good for you. You know what I'm saying? I just think this should be a cautionary tale for everybody. Everybody. I don't give a damn if you identify as straight, gay, girl, bisexual, pansexual. I don't care if you are a man, a woman, non-gender, non-binary, I don't care. This should be a tale for everyone. The fact that Wendy Williams is going through what she's going through, and her family, who could be a part of the problem, we don't know, but her family can't get in contact with her. I'm not saying that her friends are not a part of the documentary. We know that her family is a part of the documentary. I don't know how much of a role they play in the documentary, but we saw the trailer. I don't know if they are going to interact with Wendy, or if they're just, or if they came to the family member's house and said, "Okay, girl, tell us what you know about Wendy," and then they recorded and then they went on by their business. I could see them not even getting in contact with Wendy or interacting with Wendy even during the filming of this project. I could see it. Anyways, so you have Wendy, who is not really in contact with her family, and I don't know about her friends. I remember her always talking about a lady named Reg. I think her name was Reg. I think I think she called her Reg. I can't remember, but I remember her talking about a friend years ago on her show. I don't know if she's a part of the documentary. And I thought the conversation between her and Blac Chyna was really, really sweet and nice. But here we go. It just goes to show that with them choosing this clip to help promote the documentary, like, girl, where are her friends? Why didn't y'all show a conversation? Because this is probably the last time we're going to see Wendy Williams on a TV screen. Why wouldn't you show a clip of her having a conversation with one of her best friends? Why wouldn't you show her having a conversation with one of her sisters? The fact that they chose to promote the show with the clip with Blac Chyna, it it has me believing that Wendy doesn't have family or friends. And because Wendy was one of those people, we're gonna have to just call a thing a thing. Y'all know I love me some Wendy Williams. But Wendy was one of those people who probably felt like, girl, I got my man, my man, my man, my man, my man. And she probably started to neglect her other relationships and push people away. And the only thing that she prioritized was the show, Kevin Jr., and her man, right? And now your man done pretty much left you for dead. And I know that Wendy is still prioritizing Kevin, because even in the clip, when Wendy Williams said that my name is Wendy Hunter, I said, oh my God. It really low key kind of like broke my heart, because, and then she also made a comment about him not, I guess, having money. I can't remember the exact wording, but it kind of broke my heart, because I was like, this lady is sitting over here 1 foot into glory, going through what she's going through, not even looking like Wendy Williams. And the only thing that she can talk about in this moment, in this clip, is to refer to herself as Wendy Hunter, and to worry about whether or not Kevin can eat or not, or has money. And Kevin on the other side of town with a whole new bitch and a baby. And you over here by yourself filming a scene with Blac Chyna, because you probably pushed all of your friends and family away, because you thought that because you had my man, my man, my man, my man, my man, I didn't need nobody else. And the same people who you've probably pushed away probably don't want no parts of you now. I know that sounds mean and harsh. And now you're over here going through it. And I read that somewhere that Wendy says she feels alone. I think she said that in the documentary. I feel alone. I feel like nobody cares about me. I think that people care about Wendy. I do. But I also believe that Wendy has pushed people out of the picture. I was just like, this is a mess. Where you gave your all. Where you gave your all to a man. And he was no good. No good. And now you're going through what you're going through. And that same man who you probably thought was going to be there for you through thick and thin is in another city, another state, with another woman and a new baby. And you had to film a scene with Blac Chyna. Not your best friend since middle school, not a best friend since high school, not a best friend since college, not a sorority sister, not your biological sister Wanda. Hell, not even Tommy. Tommy like to wear dress and pumps. That's what dresses and pumps. That's what Wendy said. That's what my auntie said. Auntie said Tommy like to wear dresses and pumps. Ain't nothing wrong with wearing dresses and pumps. Um, but you have to film a scene with Blac Chyna because that's probably the only person who was available at the time, or you hadn't pushed away, or who probably answered their phone. And I know I'm basing this all off of that clip. I just wish that if Wendy does have scenes with other family members or family members or some of her best friends, I just wish they would have shown that. Because like I said, it was a cute scene, but it's like I couldn't imagine going through what she's going through. And excuse me, I don't have my like the people who I've been knowing for years and years and years and like my close friends who know my secrets, honey. Hello, the ones who know my business, the ones who know my real business. Okay. I just couldn't imagine not having them there around me. It would just be hard for me. I hope Wendy, you know, and this is for all of us. While the time that we have here on this earth, girl, I just hope we can all live it the best way we can. Wake up as happy as we possibly can, if it's possible, and just enjoy to the best of our capability. Right? I know it's easier said than done because motherfuckers really going through stuff out here in the world. Um, but I just hope that however much time Wendy has left here on this earth, whether it's girl 25 years, 30 years, or girl 50 more years, girl, um, she at least can be happy. You know, it's so crazy to me how like, oh, it's crazy to me all this shit going on with this lady. And I really feel like a big part of her going through. I feel like a part. I feel like if went. A part of me feels like if Kevin was still in the picture, even if Wendy was still going through what she was going through, I feel like it wouldn't be as bad. I don't know why I feel that way, and I probably shouldn't say that because it's probably absolutely incorrect the way that I feel, and I'm basing what I feel off of emotions and not facts. But I feel like, girl, it wouldn't be that big of a. No, I'm just okay. Hold up. It would be a big deal, but I feel like she wouldn't. It wouldn't look as like Wendy be looking bad. Like even when I look at Bruce Willis, the times when we see, and another thing too, girl. Girl, I told y'all, I don't think Wendy was coherent when she signed up for this documentary. I don't. I refuse to believe that somebody as private as Wendy Williams signed up to have her face plastered out there like that. And like I've told y'all before, one thing I respect about Barbara Walters and the people that surrounded her, they really looked out for Barbara Walters. Because I heard that Barbara Walters also was going through an illness or had an illness, a sickness, a disease, whatever, something. But we never saw Miss Barbara, baby. Miss Barbara said, girl, I want the girls to remember me from the last time they saw me. Hello? And the fact that they got Wendy out here like this, girl, y'all know Wendy ain't signed up for no shit like that. Y'all know she ain't. Y'all know she ain't signed up for no mess like that. Girl, I'm gonna be boohoo crying. Girl, I'm gonna be boohoo crying like I know that lady. I don't even know that lady. I'm gonna be boohoo crying Saturday. Watch. Ooh, I'm gonna be boohoo crying. It's gonna be a mess. I can already feel it. I ain't even got time to be doing all that hollering and screaming and crying, girl. I ain't got time. Girl, girl, sometimes I love a good cry. For those who don't know, sometimes a good cry really can help you and release a lot of stuff. But sometimes for me, girl, I just don't be. I don't like to be in a certain space. Some of the girls, I just feel like I like to be happy and I like to have a good time. Y'all know I like to laugh and giggle. Hello, that's my favorite thing to do: laugh and giggle and talk about people. Hello, girl, but so I just like to be happy, and I just don't like to be in a space where I'm like sad because it's already sad stuff happening anyways, and stuff going on in your personal life and with your family. The last thing I need to do is add an extra layer to that shit. Girl. But I'm gonna watch though because we gotta review it. I'm just not gonna drink. I'm not gonna have no cocktail because I know if I have a cocktail, I'm definitely gonna be boohoo crying. Hello. Anyways, girl, let's talk about something else. Okay, so listen. Hey, Bucket Neva and Tameka Foster. I made a video earlier and I was speaking about Funky and Tameka. I saw that Funky had posted Tameka responding to a video that he did. And I didn't watch. Okay, now let me say, I went back and watched the clip. Okay, so I did go back and watch the clip. But initially, when I made the video, I didn't watch the video. I felt, and quiet as it's kept, I still feel like I was right. Okay. Um, we're gonna get into that in a little bit because even when I listened to what he had to say, I said, "Okay, girl, I was right." But I hadn't watched the video. I just felt like for Tameka to come out and leave a comment under his post, whatever he did, even if we didn't feel like it was disrespectful to her. Now, I have this personal rule. This rule does not apply to anybody else because, again, it's a personal rule. I have a problem when some of the girls and boys want to get in my comment section, girl, thinking they're going to drag me because I talked about their face. That's when we start to bump heads, okay? Because I'm trying to figure out why you so upset. Because I ain't talked about you. Girl, I talked about them. Now, I can talk about you. Okay? Yeah. But I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about them. So I don't let it ruffle my feathers too much, but it does kind of sometimes I'll be reading the comments sometimes, whether it's, when I say comments, I'm talking about whether it's, Twitter, IG, or even my comment sections on YouTube. Um, but I will say for the most part, I'll say this. People really don't disrespect me. Thank y'all for not disrespecting me like that. Sometimes it be one or two who think they can get in the comment sections and think they can wrap me up and get me together. And girl, sometimes I just let it slide. But for the most part, I don't feel disrespected on my channel. Now, girl, on Twitter, girl, the girls on Twitter, girl, don't mind. Girl, Twitter, girl, is every woman for themselves, okay? So on Twitter, girl, I have to wrap the girls up sometimes when they think they're gonna wrap me up, okay? And on IG too. But I do believe that if we talk about these celebrities and if they choose to respond, girl, then it is what it is. Yes, you can respond back. But we can't get mad when or feel some type of way because the person who we're talking about decided to respond. Girl, we call their names. And when we call their names, they can't just be like, oh, girl, I ain't worried about them. What Dr. Simone said, girl, he ain't nothing but a blogger. You know what I'm saying? They could take that route, or depending on the day that they're having, they might respond. I don't know the day Tameka was having, but Tameka responded. So I said, I'm not watching no fool. I wasn't going to. I wasn't going back to watch the video. So I went to his Instagram page. Oh, I started watching the new video because I was like, let me see. Hopefully, he talks about this at the beginning. And he said that he posted clips. And I was like, oh, I was like, let me go to his Instagram page. And so I went to Funky's Instagram page, and that's when I saw he posted the clip of him talking about Tameka. So I listened to the clip. Now, this is the thing, okay? In comparison to the things that Funky has said in the past about people, girl, it was just, girl, it really wasn't nothing in comparison, okay? Because, girl, we know how Funky's mouth is set up, and we know what's come out of his mouth before. So it really wasn't that bad. However, we not going to sit here and pretend that what he said couldn't be deemed as disrespectful. Now listen, y'all know I believe that multiple things can be true and multiple things can exist at the same damn time. Was I laughing at the stuff that Funky was saying about Tameka? Yes. Quiet as it's kept, the stuff that he said, girl, I done already said in my video. I'm not saying that he watches my videos. Funky don't even probably know who I am. But what I'm saying is what he said, we share the same sentiments. That's all I'm saying. I've said that, girl, I believe that a lot of people were upset at Tameka because they felt as though she was an older woman and they felt like she wasn't attractive enough for Usher because we felt that we knew Usher's taste and that he would be with someone like a Beyonce. And when he popped up with Tameka, I think everybody was kind of like, huh? Right? Because we looked at her as this older woman and we looked at her as someone who we felt that wasn't attractive enough for Usher. Even though the truth is, Tameka is a very attractive woman. Now, Tameka done got a little work done to her face. Okay? But nonetheless, Tameka is an attractive woman to me. She really, really is. So the stuff that Funky said, I feel like I've said, and I feel like, girl, low key, we share the same thoughts, okay? But this is where the difference is. Funky got his black ass on his platform and said that this is my friend. Let's start there. He said, this is my friend. We're friends, whatever how he said it. He acknowledged, he told us that Tameka was his friend. Tameka ain't my friend. So you come down to the internet, you say what you say. Yes, it's funny. Yes, I laughed. Yes, that's how I feel that people felt. However, I think where it started to go left was, again, you say that this is your friend, and you pretty much said she was still, you pretty much, okay, you didn't call her ugly from the clip that I saw, but you pretty much said, this is my friend, however, I'm going to tell the truth. And the truth is, we thought that you wasn't attractive enough to be with Usher. We thought Chili was. We just going to be honest. You was real regular and pedestrian. That's what he said. And Tameka probably felt some type of way about that. Now, did he outright just call her ugly? No, he didn't call her ugly. Not in the clip that I saw. But he told her pretty much that you were not cute enough to be with Usher. Hey, friend, I know we friends. That's what he said. Okay, he said that. But he was like, that's my friend, but I got to be honest. I done told y'all gonna stop calling people y'all friends when y'all really not friends. Because then he came back and then he said, no, I haven't, we ain't even spoken 6 or 7 years. Girl, y'all ain't friends. Y'all use that word friend too loosely for me. Let me tell you something. Bitch, I know exactly what the tea was with Funky and Tameka. Okay? Bitch, I'm 41 years old. I know what was going on. What it was is Tameka and Funky both lived in Atlanta. Funky was one of the girls who used to hang around the girls, right? And the boys. He was a YouTuber, right? He knew Candy and all the girls of the girls. They probably used to go to the same brunch spots, the same parties, the same lounges. Oh, hey, girl, how you doing? Oh, hey, how you doing? Oh, this is my friend Funky. Oh, this is my friend Tameka. Oh, hey, girl. Oh, what's your number, girl? We should go out and hang out sometime. Okay. Y'all were industry friends. Y'all were probably cordial at one point because y'all ran the same circles. Yeah, you got her telephone number in your phone. But girl, you ain't used it in 6 or 7 years. And she ain't used yours in 6 or 7 years. So the first mistake was him getting online talking about that's my friend. Hello? That was the first thing. And then the second thing is even if he did not refer to Tameka as a friend, Tameka still has every right to respond to Funky. I don't think that it's fair that we think that we can get on here in the name of it just being. I'm not saying this is what he said. This is not what he said. But I'm saying this. I don't think it's fair that we can get on here and think that we can say what we want to say about these celebrities or celebrities is, but these people that are being mentioned on the blogs. Okay, we'll say that because everybody ain't no goddamn celebrity. Um, and then think that they can't respond back. I don't think that's fair. If they respond back, then girl, yeah, at that point, girl, we could either do a little 1 2 3 tongue tussle, or either girl, I can charge it to the game. Oh girl, well I was talking shit, and he did say that. Girl, I drew blood first, so I'm glad he acknowledged that. I drew blood first. She responded. I could respond, but I'm not because I know, girl, at that point, girl, it's just gonna go downhill. You pretty much called her without calling her ugly, right? But also said she was your friend. And then came back and was tried to clean it up by saying that, oh, we ain't talked in 6 or 7 years. Then why are you still calling that lady your friend at your big ass age? I'm just saying. Cause y'all not friends. If I was Funky, I just would have came back and said, listen. Tameka got upset. Tameka Foster got upset at what I said. I probably wouldn't even respond as quiet as it's kept because on some real shit, no tea, no shade. Tameka Foster isn't that big of a name that will make me feel like I need to respond to her. Now, girl, it was one thing if Beyonce responded. Hello, girl. It would be one thing, girl. You know what I'm saying? But girl, ain't nobody really talking about Tameka Foster like that. Not to the point where girl, I feel like I need to come back down and address Tameka Foster. I will see Tameka Foster's coming and be like, "Oh, girl, Tameka responded, girl." Yeah, go on by my business. And you know, so crazy on some real shit. I think what it was is one of y'all said this in real life. Tameka ain't nothing but what 7 years older than Usher. So when we sit here and say, "Oh, she was so old and so much older than him," was she really so much older than him? I think what it is because Usher, girl, we got to give it to Usher. Usher still looks young as hell. Okay, Usher damn near still got the same face. So Usher has always had this baby face. So when you had Tameka, who appeared to be a much older woman, standing next to this man who has his baby face, and then we know that this woman is older than Usher, then we start to put 20 on 10, like, oh girl, she older than him. Oh, she's so old. But it's like, girl, we acting like the bitch is 20, 30 years older than Usher. Because she only like 7 years older than Usher. Girl. And if she's so goddamn old, then girl, why wasn't Chili so goddamn old? You see what I'm saying? Because I think Chili and Tameka are around the same age. But let's see. While I'm on here being messy. Chili TLC. Chili is 52. Tameka is 53. And Usher is. Okay, so he's 45. Okay, so she's 8 years older than him. Chili was 7 years. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and say it. It's no tea, no shade. But the same way that Funky wants to call Tameka a friend, and still come down here in 2024 and tug on her wig and make some money and get views and do whatever he needs to do to fatten his pocketbook. Girl, that you low key pretty much move the same way you claim Tasha K moved, if we're gonna be honest about it. Because he was upset at Tasha K because he felt like Tasha K was not honoring their friendship, right? When the whole mess was going on with him and well, it wasn't even no mess because he said I don't think it was that deep between him and Flame. I think Flame was the one looking for a problem. But anyways, when all the mess was going on with Tameka, who was Tameka? Not Tameka, Tasha, Flame, and Funky, and he felt some type of way, rightfully so, because he felt like, girl, Tasha, you basically gonna do whatever you feel that you need to do for your platform, for your pocketbook, and everything is always about a story. Girl, one could argue the same thing about the way that Funky is moving. No tea, no shade, right? Because again, as much as we could say we have a lot of things we could say about Quad, but again, one of the reasons why y'all fell out with Quad, whether it's Dr. Heavenly or Funky, is because y'all want to come down to the internet, not necessarily Funky, but Heavenly want to come down to the internet, call the girl a hoe, say she handing out pussy everywhere, girl, from here to Ghana, and then get upset when she get upset, and then want to say she's sensitive. You know what I'm saying? Think want to come down here in the past and drag Quad every Monday after Married to Medicine and then say she's sensitive. You're like, what world do y'all live in? But you didn't care because that was your job and it was putting money in your pocket. So the same way Tasha puts her platform before her friendships, low key, he does the same thing. And it's no tea, no shade. And then when these people who you say is your friend get upset, then you want to feel the type of way. That Tasha and Funky did the same exact thing to each other. And that's why I say either you're gonna be friends with these people or either you not. You say you heard the stories about Tasha and how she moves, and you still built a friendship with her anyways until you got burned. Now you want to be able to come down here and low key tug on the girls' wigs, and then when they feel some type of way, it's like, oh, girl, I could say something back, but girl, the way my mouth is set up, I'm gonna leave it alone. Well, I mean, girl, you like you said, girl, you drew first blood. Girl, I'm not trying to be funny or shady down here to YouTube. I'm not. Y'all know that's not my tea. But I think, girl, we just have to call a thing a thing. I don't want to be friends with none of the girls if I know it. Because girl, if I girl, my YouTube gonna always come first before any celebrity. Period. So, girl, if you gonna have an issue with me coming down here after I watch so and so, or when you make the blogs, girl, because I'm gonna say what it is, then girl, we don't need to be friends. Or either you're gonna have to say, girl, when stuff happen, I can't talk about my friend. You can have it both ways though. You can have it both ways. You cannot have it both ways. Or the next one is you're gonna have to really watch what you say about your friends. Be like, hey girl, I saw you made the blogs. Now this is what I wanted to say. Or this is what I'm gonna say. You okay with me saying that, sister? And they're like, okay, girl, yeah, that's fine, girl. Just go ahead and say it, girl. Don't do too much. Like the stuff he used to say about Quad. At one point, I didn't think it was too bad. Like when he was like, "Girl," I was even telling Quad, "Why you got that big old house? You don't need that's to me. That's nothing." Now, if Quad got pissed off about him saying that, I would look at Quad like, "Quad, you all look too sensitive." Like, girl, that's not even no drag. And girl, he just saying like, "You didn't need that big ass house." Which Quad, you really didn't need that big ass house, girl. Girl, Quad is a single woman. Quad don't want no kids. She probably ain't gonna never have no kids. She got them dogs. Why does Quad need 14,000 square feet? Why? Girl, why? Why do you need 14,000 square feet? Girl. Anyways, but yeah, I love Funky. Tameka. I think she's a good. I think she's gonna be a good. I think she's gonna be good for that show, Bold and Bougie. Quiet as it's kept. When I was at the TV premiere, girl, everybody was laughing at Tameka. Not laughing at Tameka, but like people love Tameka on the show. I don't know how she was. I don't remember that show, Atlanta Exes. I don't know how she was on Atlanta Exes. I heard a lot of people say she was a bitch, but to me, as soon as I saw the premiere, I was like, oh, Tamika's gonna be the breakout star. She's the one who is gonna be her and Crystal, who are gonna keep the girls on their toes. But definitely Tameka. And like I said, girl, the audience, girl, they love Tameka. That's why I was so surprised when I saw people saying, "Oh, girl, she was a mess. She was a bitch." I do remember. I do remember. If we're being honest, I do remember people saying Tameka was a bitch back in the day. But I don't know if they were saying that just because they were jealous also of Tameka being with Usher. You know that. And another thing too, I'm gonna go ahead and say this. I don't think it's fair to try to discount what Usher said about his wife at the time. If Usher feels like colorism played a part in him being married to Tameka, and we all know that back then, girl, the girls were not even having conversations about colorism. I feel like more than likely a conversation had to be had, or Usher heard things about Tameka's skin tone that made him believe that my wife and her skin tone is an issue. So if Usher is saying that that Tameka's skin tone was an issue, it's more than likely he heard people speaking about, our stories got back to him about people talking about Tameka's skin tone. I don't think Usher just pulled that out of his ass. I honestly don't. I really don't. I could see the people thinking or going to Usher and telling him that, oh, Tameka's not good for your image. She's older. She's dark skinned. I could see them telling him that. People love Chili because she was a pretty girl with a good hair. And she was Chili from TLC. So if Usher says that that was part of the issue, bitch, it was part of the issue. I believe it. I damn sure do. Anyways, I'm gone. That's all I had. Love Funky, love Tameka. Watch Bold and Bougie. Tameka read the shit out of Funky. Girl, that if Tameka, let me say this. If Tameka's read was late, tired, and through, then Funky's read was late, tired, and through too. Because the truth of the matter is, while yes, Funky has been very open and honest about his financial situation in the past, in his housing situation in the past, you bringing up or tagging Chili's house in the as a location, that also can be considered late too. Like the same way y'all think that what Tameka is doing is late, tired, and through by bringing up his old tea, is also late, tired, and through to try to bring up a woman who had nothing to do with Tameka, and Tameka ain't had nothing to do with her. Chili was in the picture before Tameka, right? And even if she wasn't in the picture before Tameka, they still didn't have nothing to do with each other. But the simple fact that you could throw Tameka, you could throw Chili in Tameka's face, but think that she's not gonna throw your financial situation in your face. Both are old ass tea. That's the moral of the story. And you know what's so crazy? Even though I don't consider someone who I haven't spoken to in 6 or 7 years a friend, I don't understand how, I'm just gonna go ahead and say it, how Funky could say, even though he hasn't spoken to this person in 6 or 7 years, how he still considered this person a friend and still got down to the internet and said what he said. Does that make sense what I'm trying to say? Because even if he is telling the truth, that's still your friend. Even if you think that my friend, she ain't as pretty as Chili. She's a little pedestrian. She's a little regular, right? But girl, your attitude also fucked up, right? I just don't think that it's okay to come down to the internet when you say this person is a friend and then say what you or say what he said. Like I like that's weird to me. It's weird. It's weird. I'm sorry. Because if Tameka was my friend, I wouldn't feel comfortable coming down here saying, yeah, it's true. Back in the day, we didn't think she was that cute. Right? Yeah, it's true. But that's my friend. Like, no. I don't know, child. My friendships work different. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, girl. That's why I got a handful of friends. In real life, I have a handful of friends. And then, of course, I have people who I do consider associates. And I do have people that I do consider, I would say that I'm friendly with. But when it comes down to like bona fide friends, I don't have a lot of friends. I'm not walking around here calling everybody my friend. But that's your friend? Mm-mm. I thought you said y'all knew each other, girl. We know each other, girl. That's not my friend. And girl, I don't even know her. Girl, I know of her. Okay? Girl, I thought you said y'all worked together. Girl, we did work together, girl. We will speak sometimes, but girl, other than that, girl, I ain't seen that girl since I quit. Girl, we ain't friends. I have someone, I'm thinking about it right now. I have someone, oh, he almost fell. I know he embarrassed. Anyways, I have a person's number in my phone right now. I haven't spoken to this person in probably like, I'll say probably 2 years. I'll say over 2 years. No, I'm going to say over 2 years. Um, it was someone I used to work with. Do I consider that person a friend? No. If you ask me, do I know of this person? Yes. If we saw each other tomorrow, even though we haven't spoken, seen each other in 2+ years, would it be awkward? I don't think it would. Because we were never friends like that to begin with. We were co-workers. We exchanged numbers. I would see him out at the club sometimes, but we never went out together. You know what I'm saying? When I saw him out, it's because I was already out. It wasn't, oh, girl, you want to go out this weekend? Yeah, girl, let's go. It was never one of those situations. I think that we just need to learn the definitions of what a friend is, what being friendly with someone is, what knowing of someone is, girl, knowing someone, hanging out with someone. Because I think that once you start to use the correct terms, then situations don't get murky, right? And the water remains clean. Again, I think what Funky fucked up is when the first thing he said is, oh, that's my friend. I got her number in my phone. But having a number in your phone does not make you my friend, especially if we ain't used it in 6 or 7 years or even 2 years. Hello? And quiet as it's kept. And quiet as it's kept. Granny gonna say a lot of y'all. The only reason why I really got his still number in my phone is because, girl, I be wanting to ask for that discount sometimes. I ain't asked for it because I ain't that trifling. I ain't that trifling girl who won't hit you up or talk to you or ask you how you doing or how your mama doing, but then want to hit you up and ask for a favor. I'm not that type of girl. However, it do cross my mind sometimes when I see something on the website I want. I be like, oh, girl, I want to act. I want to hit him up and ask him for his 20%. Girl, can I borrow your 20% rig? I just see these shoes I want. Damn. Girl, okay. Anyway, child, I'm going for real this time. I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all have a good day. Bye, y'all.